Hello, dear friends and family, fellow humans, brothers and sisters all around the globe. I'm looking at this beautiful sunset here, and I'm sending you heartfelt greetings to wherever you may watch this little video right now. And I want to address you, to invite you to investigate deeper with me in the coming week what this whole crisis that we're experiencing means for all of us, and to come together and investigate deeper what it means to find a healthy balance and being faced with staying at home and at the same time being confronted with a global crisis. And I know it touches us all in very different ways. I'm lucky to be here in this beautiful nature place and finally spend more time with family and really using this time. And at the same time, I'm confronted, like all of you, with real deep change that is happening right now. And I want to invite you to explore with me in the context of my integral healing arts that I'm offering in workshops and sessions in my practice in Berlin, but also online, and investigate more deeply what healing actually means in, in times of crisis, in times of corona. And we're both faced with an inner challenge in the form of a virus, and we need a good, healthy immune response. And we're confronted with a global social, economical, ecological crisis. And, you might also be looking into the sky these days and thinking, incredible, there's no planes. And in the face of this corona situation, we're able to stop those planes from flying around to actually have less virus particles floating around in our surroundings, to kind of like contain the spread, the flying around of the viruses. And it's interesting that the side effect of this is that it's actually good for the lungs of our planet as well. So I would like, in the integral healing arts approach, explore together in little exercises and little talk I will be giving around the topic of what is a healthy immune system on an individual biological level, but also on a social and global economical level. And we'll look at the three dimensions of a healthy immune system, or what immunity actually means, because to be immune means to be untouchable, to be free. And I want to approach this aspect of immunity from a perspective of the healing arts and the embodiment of a healthy way of living. And the immunity here also resembles the untouchable, still free place inside of us that has the freedom to look at the options, because crisis means there has to be a decision. We are reaching a point where it can either get really bad or it can be really good. And the truth is, it's all of that. And yes, there's a conspiracy out there. There's many conspiracies. People are taking advantage of the whole situation. But there's as much opportunity. And we as individuals are as responsible for our own health and a good immune system as the society as a whole is. So we are part of a large system where we might feel overwhelmed by what is happening right now. But the more important is it to really stay healthy at an individual level and then connect and reconnect with each other in a new way. And I would like to compare a little bit the bigger global crisis to the health crisis and see how a healthy immune response could look like on an individual level, but also on a social level, how we can help each other out, and also see how the individual needs are tied in and united with the collective needs, because we have a big discussion, of course, going on, about how much control is good, how much freedom is good. I think it's all about balance. The whole crisis, the corona health crisis, but also the global crisis that has been set off, is a question of relationship, of balance. So the world is out of balance. And just like if you have a precondition, if you have poor health or bad lungs or a bad immune response, you're more vulnerable to the whole corona situation. Just like our planet, the deforestation, loss of plant cover, loss of ecological diversity makes us more prone to crisis, or to CO2 actually circling around the planet, heating up the climate. If we had healthy lungs of the world, a good atmosphere, a good ecosystem, we wouldn't have the same problems. So let's see what kind of responsibilities we have for ourselves, for each other, how we're dealing with dying and being born and living, and what means dying, because death is part of life. And right now it seems a little bit like, we have to fight death. But actually I would like to look at it in a very practical way. What does dying mean? And how is it tied into the oldest healing art of healing that we know, which is our breathing, which is the ultimate balancing of in and out, outside and inside. And that's what actually the immune system is doing. It's balancing between the outside and inside. It's watching what is coming in. It's giving something out. It's in, out, expanding, contracting. It's that ultimate rhythm, the breath of life. And I want to really, really dig deep into where does this breath lead us to, which is immunity, the place inside of us that's untouched. But at the same time, that's where all the contradictory forces of our life are touching. So in and out are touching. Our own personal world, our little home, is touching the big global scene. And we have this immense opposition or of staying home and going more inside again, and having to deal with the global situation. And I would like to explore that with you and welcome you. It will be in English. It might be held in German as well, a couple of days later if the need is there. But I would like to address also all my friends overseas and maybe that don't speak German. And I think we're dealing here with a global thing. So a warm welcome. It'll be a 2-hour get together via Zoom, and we'll have the 3 dimensions of the immune system, which also involves, being with myself, having exercises with others, and then having exercises within the whole group. So be surprised, and I'm very happy to welcome you in that space next week. You find all the information down below, and now I'll just give you a little glimpse of where I'm sitting. And wishing you all the best wherever you are. Take a deep breath. Just enjoy that you're being with yourself and yourself right now. Enjoy the beauty of the world, the beauty of spring in the northern hemisphere. And remember, yes, we're alone at home, but we're in this together. Let's take a deep breath and just heal.